In this part of my mini-series on professional networking, I'm going to show you how to ask for an informational interview. I'll walk you through an email writing tutorial and the structure I would use when writing a cold email or an email to someone you've never met before. One of the most important tips I can give you is before you even start typing out your email, think about your audience. So who is going to be on the receiving end of this email? How can you get their attention? And what would make them want to spend time with you? So you're going to need to do your homework and do some quick research. And it's really important that you not skip this step at the beginning because you might be reaching out to someone who gets many requests every week, including other informational interview requests. And just like you and me, they only have 24 hours in the day and they might not be able to meet with everyone who requests their time. So make sure to put in that extra effort so you can set yourself apart. That way, the other person can easily get a sense of what you're looking for and also how they can support you. Now, there's a lot of psychology research that shows that we tend to like people who are similar to us. So if you're trying to get someone's time and attention, including details that show how they're similar to you might actually increase your chances of getting a response. One strategy is to start by looking at the person's LinkedIn profile. What are some things you have in common? Do you have mutual connections? Are you living in the same city? Did you graduate from the same program or university? Are you part of the same professional organizations? You can use all of these as an opportunity for connection. So this is how I would approach writing an email to someone who's in a manager or director role. Always start with a descriptive subject line. Here's an example. Let's say I was a journalism student in the Asian American Journalists Association and I was reaching out to a more experienced journalist who was also a member of the same professional group. You would identify yourself and your title, for example, student or intern, and include a detail that you have in common. So, informational interview with AAJA Seattle student. And if you had a mutual contact who recommended that you reach out, I would include that information in the subject line as well. Now, in the body of the email, don't forget to introduce yourself and hyperlink your name to your LinkedIn profile or portfolio so they can learn more about you. Mention how you found them, like if you saw them speak at an event or if a mutual contact suggested you reach out to them. I'll use my friend Alina as an example. Hi Alina, my name is Starla Sampaco. I'm a journalism student at the University of Washington and a member of AAJA's Seattle chapter. I enjoy reading your articles on Microsoft.com and my mentor recommended that I contact you. Next, briefly explain why you're reaching out and what you hope to achieve from the meeting. For example, I'm interested in working in either journalism or corporate communications, and I would love to chat about your experiences in both industries. I'm also interested in learning about the steps you took at the start of your career to set yourself up for your current success. And finally, make your ask and set a timeline. You can even offer a few time blocks that would work for you. This way, the other person or their assistant can quickly check their calendar and get back to you with a time or even send a meeting invite. This minimizes the back and forth. So in this example, I would write, would you be interested in meeting with me over Microsoft Teams in the next couple of months? If so, here are some times that would work for me in February and March. And then I would list some times. At the end, make sure you're taking advantage of that real estate at the bottom of your email. You can link to your LinkedIn, your personal website, or portfolio. And if appropriate, you can even link to your social media. Some journalists I know, for example, will always include their Twitter handle at the bottom of their emails. In my case, I like to link to my YouTube channel because it is a big part of the work I do. So don't neglect your email signature because it's another opportunity for someone to learn more about you. An easy format to use is your name, job title, website, and LinkedIn. And then I always end it with, thanks for your consideration. Best, Starla Sampaco. And that's it. Now, don't be tempted to write a complete novel when reaching out to someone for the first time. This is the format I would use when reaching out to someone who's a director or a manager. When it comes to email length, I've actually gotten a lot of conflicting advice on this. Some folks are super open to hearing details in emails and really getting to know your story in an email, but Other folks I've spoken to absolutely hate getting emails that are more than a few sentences long. A general guideline I think about is the more senior someone is, like a CEO for example, the less time they have to read through emails. But if you're reaching out to someone who you've emailed back and forth with before, then just match their communication style. Again, some people like to have long, detailed emails, others not so much. So feel it out and write in a style that matches the other person. The very last tip I have is to treat this like you're applying for a job. So write in a professional tone and double check your spelling, punctuation, and grammar. You would not believe how many emails I receive where my name is spelled wrong. So make sure to proofread your email a few times before you hit send, and also make sure that all of your hyperlinks work. You never know if this person might be hiring for a job that you would be a good fit for, so make sure that you're giving them a really good first impression. So if you don't get a response, even after following up, that's okay too. People are so busy, so don't take it personally if you never get a response back. This is why it's worth having several people on the docket who you could do informational interviews with. I hope you found this video helpful. If you have any other video requests, make sure to find me on Instagram and let's chat in the DMs.